alll Productions. What's your story?
You know how some people say, if I can go back and I wouldn't change a thing. I had a beautiful childhood. I had beautiful memories of my parents. There was always family around, so it was always, everything was always so busy in our house. Like I never remembered a quiet household, and it was good. It was just beautiful, a beautiful childhood. My sisters they're like another part of my life. And I need that part in my life because I feel with my sisters that we are just women. Like we're not moms and we're not wives and we're just women, just enjoying each other's company. They have picked me up many times through my life because life gets hard sometimes and you know, you kind of need certain things from certain people, and that's what we are. We lost my mom. We were lost for a little bit. We started to, you know, really just lean on each other because that's what my mom taught us. And I know for me that what we have right now, our mom has taught us, my father has taught us, and now we're just bringing that out into our own children. And I have to say that my parents were great people, but they were great partiers. They threw the best parties and everybody came over. And I remember coming in, it was just so natural to see people there. But what I loved is that we knew when the big parties were coming. And they would make this plate that I want to make, that I'm going to make. It's called cherish, which is a pasta. So it's almost like a thicker, flatter spaghetti. It's very common to the Calabria region. And their friends would come over and they would make the cherish in the afternoon. And then we're like, oh, we're gonna have a party. And then at night they would all come over and we would cook. And we would have that with meatballs and sausage. And cherish to me is party, it's life, it's good time. So that's what I'm going to be making today. So my sisters, we all know that food is, we need it. We need it to eat, we need it to sustain. But it's also the ingredient that binds us all together. And we love to make food. And my choice to make, my dish today is a dish, it's called cherish. And the reason I chose to make cherish is because it reminds me, sorry.
You're gonna make me cry now too.
Yeah, me too.
It reminds me of home. It reminds me of my mom. And it reminds me of good times. It's an authentic calabrese pasta. Have I ever made cherish before? I'm gonna be honest. I tried it once and failed miserably, but it's not about failing. It's just about the food itself and trying again. So I do have my sister Lisa here to help me with this because I know Lisa can make anything work. And cherish is a short pasta. It's basically made out of semolina, flour, egg. There's Parmesan cheese in this delicious dough. And it is a pasta that is irregular and it's short and it's not perfect. And that's how I think life is, right?
Right.
So we're gonna make this cherish. I'm gonna ask my sister Lisa to come and help me. I love you. When my parents made this, they used no pasta machine. They basically made the dough. They had their friends come over, and all afternoon, all they did was fill our table downstairs that was made by my dad, that was made in the basement. So when we sold the house, you had to split the table in half to take it out. because they never thought about ever moving. It's a big.
Well, they never did, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine how big this table was, and they would make the shillatili with their friends. And we knew that whenever that pasta was on the table, that there was a party that night happening.
Yes.
Everybody would go home, and then they would come back, and we would enjoy this delicious pasta with friends.
Yeah.
So this isn't just about a shillatili, it is really about good times and pasta. And
Memories.
pasta's always
Yeah.
a good thing for a party. We're going to roll this out, and then once we get it to a certain thickness, we're going to cut it. And we're going to try to roll, wouldn't mind trying to roll it out a little bit.
For sure, yes.
So why don't we
Cut
do
it
that? Yeah,
and
so
roll.
now, is that okay, sister? What do you think?
No.
Okay.
Careful with that knife.
I need more room to roll it out. I'm
Okay.
just going little bit by little
Okay,
bit.
let's just go a little bit more and roll it.
Just a little thinner, that's
So
all.
this is basically, it doesn't look like a lot, but when you start cutting that, that's a good amount of pasta. And in the South, a lot of the times they do this pasta with like a white sauce. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually turn it this way a little bit, sister, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna cut it. What do you think about like that, Lisa? And then we're gonna cut it like this,
Yeah, so,
That-
yeah.
about here.
And then we're gonna roll it
Yep.
and then cut it.
So this is where you just cut it. This is a good knife. Okay, Josie, don't even go there right now.
I've got the sharpener.
I thought you were going to talk about how bad my knives are.
Well, they are.
Okay. So we're going to take the
Okay,
little
so-
pieces out.
Okay, see,
You could do this too. Yes.
It has to be, it's
I
the
didn't
group
realize.
size.
It's so beautiful.
So, and it just feels really. The dough actually turned out. I'm really happy. I'm really happy
And
with
then
the
what
way.
you do, and then you
Right.
roll it.
So.
Then
let's
you
cut
roll it
some
in
more.
the flour. And you roll
Yeah.
one-
Would you guys want to roll?
See, and then see how it becomes thick and long. It's
How that is.
Yeah.
a little bit thinner. That this is like this is thinner from the machine, but when you're doing it by hand,
So then once you roll it out, you cut it.
Perfectly. It's exactly what I
Yeah.
remember.
So what you do? Can we cut now?
and voila.
There you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you can see the difference between how thin that one is, but it doesn't matter. It's still, but what the thing is with the shillatili is because you want to, cut them. And what I like, if we can get, I wish we had like a little platter. So what my parents did is they would kind of do this with their friends and have, and then they would just throw it on the table.
Yeah.
With the flour.
Right? And then at the end, they would put the flour on it, cover those babies up like they were sleeping.
Sorry.
And then everybody would go and do their thing and then come back and enjoy, a delicious dinner. So this pasta is, I don't think I've had it. I don't think I've had it since my mom made
Yeah,
it.
Well, yes, mom made
Since
it.
my
last.
mom made it.
The bolognese.
Well, I have my burner.
Okay.
And I did make a bolognese. It's actually a little bit of special. It's a special bolognese to me. So
okay.
yeah, would you mind?
I wouldn't. It's just a tad heavy.
It's really heavy. So
You want it?
right here, babes.
You got it.
Watch, don't get it on your beautiful white shirt. I think Dad's here, so I'm gonna get Dad to come on over. Mr. Vecchio. Hi, Dad.
So cute.
Dad, I want to say something on behalf of my sisters and all us daughters that have dads like you and moms that raised us like you, with the culture and just the strength of what family means. We are now with our own children, and we are learning your traditions to pass on to our children, and they are beautiful traditions. And I want to say cheers to you and to our beautiful mama in heaven, because you guys did a great job, and you're good people, and we're so blessed to have you in our lives. We were very blessed to have you. Cheers, girls. I love you guys. To our moms.
To our mom. To our moms.
I am so proud because I have three beautiful daughters, with the family, and I'm happy because you try to learn.
The shillatili.
all the things.
Here's the shillatili.
Okay.